Hello, modern drummer. It's David Frangioni. I'm here. You know him already. Todd Sucherman. We're on stage and we're with Todd's kit to do a rundown. I can't wait for you guys to see this kit. It is awesome.
Right on. Thanks for watching, Dave. Thanks for coming out. And here we are. It's a bit warm in Florida, as it often is in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
But here we go, man. What can I tell you about this?
All right, so let's start with, first of all, are there any electronics in this kit? Is everything acoustic, or is it a hybrid or all acoustic?
Everything's 100% acoustic. Obviously, the microphones are the only thing that have cords up here. So
Okay.
I've always been an acoustic guy, and that's how we do it here.
So we're going to go through the sizes and types of drum, cymbals, accessories. And so let's start with drums. This is a gorgeous looking set, by the way, and your attention to detail with the gold and the wood and how everything fits together is just absolutely magnificent. Seeing this in person, when you guys zoom in on this, it is all of that and more. So what's going on here?
Yeah, photos really don't do it justice. It's a Pearl Masterworks maple gum recipe, triple flange tubes. It's all in rose gold. It's their second kit ever made in rose gold. I had the first one, the one that just replaced, but it's 6x7 over here, 8x7, 10x8, 12x8 rack toms. All, and by the way, the kit's all quilted black limba, Cameroon black limba. And they did a nice touch. They did all the nuts, all the nuts and washers inside the shell in rose gold as well. And they did the inside gum in sort of that cinnamon color that they did the black limba. But the floor toms are 14x14, 16x16, 18x16, 20x14 gone, two 22x16 bass drums, and a custom 5.5x14 snare drum that is the fiberglass Kapoor shell outfitted with black limba on the outside.
And this is all pearl, even the snare.
Even the snare.
Because you had a custom Todd Sucherman custom snare.
Yeah, I had the Stanbridge. That one never went on the
Stanbridge.
road. That
never went on the road.
That stayed at home in the studio.
Okay, I love that. I have one, of course, thanks to you.
You're one of 10 on the whole planet.
Well, man, it's an incredible snare. So how does this snare compare to that one, and how did you land on this? Because you're so well known for your snare sound. How did this one make the cut?
Well, this one made the cut because the fiberglass Kapoor has a really nice sort of cream pie beefcake. So for a 5.5, I can tune it down, and it has a really nice, deep baseball bat in the birthday cake, or a Nolan Ryan fastball in the mitt.
Okay.
So there's enough high end. So you're kind of getting the gut punch and a face punch at the same time.
Right, okay.
So I really like this combination. And also, it's harder for me to play deeper snare drums when I have two bass drums, because the way I set it up, this would be eating into the hoop bass drum. So 5.5 is about all I can do. And sonically, it delivers very good. So
It's got enough crack and depth that it's all there. It's enough body, even though it's only a 5.5.
Exactly.
Amazing. So what do we use for cymbals?
Cymbals are Sabian. What's happening right now is actually we have a couple prototypes up here. We'll start with the ride cymbal. This was my HH Sessions ride, so a signature ride cymbal that we kind of spent working on over 20 years organically, and it finally made it into the catalog in June of last year. So that's the HH Sessions ride. It's a ride cymbal that does everything.
That's the Todd Sucherman ride that you can buy available now.
Absolutely.
Okay.
There was a limited edition that sold out before the public even knew that it was out there, but Sabian put it in the catalog. It does everything well. You could do any gig, any kind of music on it, and it's going to handle it in the recording studio beautifully. Crashes, I've been using 18, 19, 20, 22, and I was using the vault crashes, but we're kind of working on some secret pies for Sabian here, and these are the first go-around of a prototype that are kind of kicking my butt. I'm really in love with them. There's a couple things we might need to tweak, but these are kind of amazing. But I've been using big crashes for the last bunch of years. Splashes 6, 8, 10, the AA, AAX, A8 splashes. There's sort of a prototype China thing over here. That's got
rivets.
Kind of like a little Phil Collins-y over there in a way. And then a 22, that's a 21, and a 22 Extreme China over here. Some sort of little ice bell prototype guy over here. 14-inch artisan hi-hats, 15-inch A8 medium hi-hats. And this has been pretty much the rig since the prototypes for a number of years now. I'm really, really happy with them, how they complement the music on the road with the band, how they cut, the musicality that they have. I'm loving the combination.
Okay, and you've always played 15 hats, or did you just go to 15?
I became a 15 guy about 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
And we all used 13s in the 90s, right? And then all of a sudden I'm like, hey, 14s are kind of classic. And then, I did a bunch of sessions where I would kind of put 2 17-inch crashes together and do stuff. I'm like, hey, maybe I should investigate the 15s. And I think it was around the time I did the Antoine Fafard Bohemian Odyssey record. I kind of wanted like a mid-'80s Tony Williams sort of vibe. So I went with the 15-inch Artisans, and I thought, there's something to be said for the 15s. So that's
and so they cut, but they have enough definition that it works.
Absolutely, and there's no the high end of like oh god those things. They're really, really beautiful. I dig them.
All Pearl hardware.
All Pearl hardware. I do have a Sonar Signature hi-hat that's been sort of my go-to guy for forever. I think the old Sonars are the best hi-hats. Man,
that pedal, I'll never forget the first time I tried that on a bass drum pedal. That Sonar.
It's all different. It's all different. On a hi-hat is one thing, bass is another thing. But the hi-hat,
it's incredible, right?
It's so expressive just with the... And that's not a great demonstration, but it's here. How you get it off the pedal, you can get a lot of sounds just as a foot. It's very, very unique.
Pearl bass drum pedals.
Pearl bass drum pedals. These guys have been around for, I'd say, over 20 years.
Dual chain drive, you like?
Dual chain, yep.
Belt beater.
Belt beater, Tempur-Pedic pillows in the bass drum, just because I want spike. In the big rooms and in arenas and the sheds. I'm looking for not only being audible, but the definition of being audible. I don't want it to be too woofy. And that's.
And then what about accessories? This got some.
Let's start with a rose gold drum keyboard from Cherry Hill. And over here, if you can see, this is one of the greatest inventions of all time. This is the Drum Waiter by Kempville Drums.
It's Drum Waiter.
Drum Waiter by Kempville Drums in Australia. It holds 2 drinks.
Yeah.
It holds the drum key. Holds your iPhone. It could hold your glasses or your watch or your wallet, and with some kangaroo pouch right there, so you can never lose your stuff.
It's got a beautiful finish and look to it.
So that's Black Limbo done in the same stain here, and Mark Eldridge at Artisan Customs makes incredible stick holding. So this is a Black Limbo here. It's got a little light where you just set a 2-band, so that lights up. When it goes dark in between songs, you can see to grab another stick.
Nice.
Same thing here with the monitor pack that has a little light on the side. Oh, all right. He also, Mark Eldridge made these in the matching black window. And over here we've got the stick bucket, the artisan custom stick bucket that again has a light. So I got my 2 holsters on either side that I can pull out of luxury wood accoutrements. But they're gorgeous things to have.
And they look fantastic. They look custom, but these are actually available, not necessarily the finish, but the product is available.
Artisan-customs.com.
Awesome.
And I think the only thing I haven't covered is this is my latest thing, the orthopedic drum throws out of Kansas City. Got them Larry Maples. Makes these have got a nice crevice so your spine sits in there, the less pressure.
And this is monogrammed.
Yes.
I love that.
With the logo.
Awesome.
And this pretty much completes what we have here, along with Audix microphones, which I've been using since 2007.
And
Can't forget.
we can't forget, I see these all over the kit, perfectly placed in need.
The signature model, 330W, wood tip, Todd Sucherman.
And then this feels like a little longer 5B with a little bit of like the weight, but this is a unique stick. I've never played a stick like this.
What makes it unique is it's on the chunky side of a 5B, so it's 0.600 for size, but it's maple. So it's a lighter wood. It's a lighter, less dense wood than a hickory or oak.
Because it feels lighter than a 5B, but I'm looking at it going, wait, this can't be. It looks like a 5B.
Exactly. It fills out the hand nicely, but it's light, so you're really playing it. It's not... You don't have to change something because the stick, is weird. There's weight shaped right here, so you can still hold it back and still get a really nice rebound. Without any work at all.
It feels a little longer too. Is it
16?
Okay.
I'm just a little.
Well,
I always get comments. Your sticks look huge. I'm like, Remo drum heads. I've used them all my life. To me, clear ambassadors, top and bottoms on toms is the most highs, the most mids, the most lows, the most sustain. You can always take that away if you want, but you can't add it if it's not there. Right. So big, open toms.
So ambassador clear, top and bottom. Okay.
Absolutely.
Have you experimented with like emperor top, ambassador bottom,
through the years,
ambassador diplomatic, usual stuff?
Absolutely, through the years. But I keep coming home. This is my flavor.
Okay.
Same thing with the coated ambassador on the snare. I don't like a dot. It changes the feel of the sound. I mean, everybody's got their own flavors,
coated
right?
ambassador. Okay.
Just straight coated ambassador.
What about the bottom?
Ambassador hazy.
Okay.
Clear.
And drum dots. It looks like.
Yeah, I got it just on the floor toms and some of the big rooms, because the drums are so resonant, and so it adds a little bit of a point to it, and then
just on the floors.
Just on the floor.
Okay, so it looks like
gongs wide open.
Okay, looks like a mini drum dot there, and the full drum dots here.
Yeah,
and you just progressively add a little more dampening to make up for the extra volume.
But it's just incremental and little bite size.
And what's the methodology behind tuning? What do you do it by ear, or do you do it by note?
Well, my tech, Mark Petricelli, knows exactly how to tune the drums the way I love them, and he is a fine drummer and a great tuner himself. Right. So he knows he works really hard, on the kit every day. We normally have the bottom heads a little tighter than the top, which gives it a nice dip. The ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
So we do that all the way down. I know that he has some interval in his head, but we're not like, this has to be a G sharp and this has to be A flat. Right. We don't.
But I hear the intervals, because when I hear you play this kit, that every drum is very distinctive. So the notes are very, very well placed.
Like you hit them?
I'd love to.
Yeah. So just for the tonality.
That is a deep sounding 5.5. You were kidding. Where's that bottom coming from? Part of it is the way you're hitting it with the rim. That really gives it body.
Again, I was thinking like a Nolan Ryan fastball, right? In the lovely.
Ow!
That's famous thing.
Well, this is great. Well, thank you, Todd. Thank you for taking us around this kit. It's beautiful. To see it in person, it's a work of art. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can't wait to hear it, guys. Check it out and be on the lookout for our podcast. I'm David Frangioni for Modern Drummers Rundown. Todd Sucherman. Check him out. Always on the road with Styx. You never stop.
We never stop. Why stop?
And in the podcast, we're going to deep dive on all the other things Todd's up to and the incredible educational initiatives that he's been out front on and a lot more. But glad you could join us for this rundown, and we'll see you soon, Modern Drummer.
Cheers.